For ACUSports.com, I'm Grant Boone, talking some track and field with head coach Lance Bingham. Coach, it's already been an eventful January and first week or so of February, hasn't it? You've had some big wins already on the men's and women's side, haven't you?
Certainly. Oklahoma had a couple of good wins. Big throw by Lance Smith. She hit the school record, and when you beat a record by 5 feet or whatever it was, that's pretty big. And I try to compare that to a relay race or a running race. You're looking at 100 meters improvement by 3/10 or something like that. That's crazy. So she did well.
It is, and then you got Kai Schmidt with a win up there at Oklahoma as well. And then, of course, just last month you had Michaela Hackett with. We know what Allie's done. Michaela's been great, by the way, and if not for her sister, twin sister, she might have had a couple of other wins. But it's different to say some good finishes versus victories. There's a big difference second and first, isn't there? Mentally,
certainly, and their mindset is phenomenal. Both of them, they enjoy running. I don't, but I used to enjoy a little bit more. But they go out for distance runs. But to come in the way she ran that race at A&M. Was back in the pack a little bit, and it's almost like 3 or 4 laps into it. Okay, I'm comfortable, and the rest of the race, it seemed like she just knew what she wanted to do. Finished so strong. I don't know if you were able to see it.
We did, yeah.
It was a fun race to watch. Running with a lot of confidence, and so we're expecting good things from Michaela.
Allie redshirted, and so everyone's gearing up, of course, for that 2017-18 year, and that should be a lot of fun. But you've got an event coming up this Thursday and Friday, the Dunamis Sports Group Classic there at the Star in Frisco, kind of the Jerry World 2, as you might think about it. And, again, like you had at Oklahoma, some really good competition, huh?
Should be good competition. We're getting closer to that conference time, and so I think our kids are going to be ready to – they're a little more rested. We're preparing a little bit more for that conference meet. Rosen's running well in the 400. He was hurt a little bit at the Oklahoma meet, and so we're looking for him to do well. And certainly some of our kids have been. Avery Williams won that OU meet in the 400, and he's back. So we should be performing a little better at this meet.
And it's your last meet before you go to indoors, conference indoors. When you go to an event, you know it's your last one before the conference championship. Is it all about the win? Is it about something else? What are you looking for, or does it depend on the athlete?
Not really looking for – I mean, anytime you run, you want trying to win, certainly. But we want them to be sharper. We're trying to duplicate what it would look like at the conference meet, trying to get an idea if it's conceivable for certain runners to double, run 2 different events at conference. This will give us a good feel of where they are. And – looking at the conference rankings after this meet, it will give us a good idea of where do we need to place people that they can get us the most points at conference. So it's still really an evaluation. Certainly you run to win and run to compete, but depending on the competition, there may be outside competition that's outside of our conference that wouldn't make as big a difference in a person's performance comparatively, as we want to see what can they run compared to our conference.
This is your first go-around here at ACU as the head coach. Can you give us a sense just overall about where the program is as you've experienced it now in these first few months on the job?
Tough one. We're heading the right direction. Are there times that, maybe I'm a little bit impatient? Yeah. I really think the team as a whole has bought into our philosophy, and really embracing the opportunity that we have to represent Christ at the Division I level, plain and simple. At the end of the day, are we doing the things the right way? Are we honoring Christ with the things we say and do? And I think that is happening, and when that happens, I don't have to worry as much about the results.
I know you're focused on this week and then indoors coming up here in a couple of weeks, but as we begin, as really I think every coach and player and fan of ACU begins to look towards 17-18 and that first year of conference and national postseason eligibility, we mentioned the Hacketts earlier and some of their teammates. There's reason to be really excited about I know we got stuff to do now, but for next year, there's a lot of reason to be excited, isn't there?
Certainly. We've got a phenomenal group of distance runners on the women's side, some really good recruits that have already signed, and some we're still talking with. So as you look ahead, you can't help but be excited, especially on the women's distance side. But beyond that, we've got some throwers that can definitely compete at the regional, national level. A couple of vaulters. One of them's redshirted, Kinsey West. Mascaro, I'm sorry, I've got a Mac and
player
a
to be named later.
Kinsey Mascaro that is vaulting real, but she's redshirted indoor right now. But we've got some other runners that I feel like by next year will be knocked on the door as well. So it's exciting. You want to stay focused on this week. But, yeah, as you look ahead, it's exciting.
Well, conference indoors coming up in a couple of weeks, but this Thursday and Friday, a good test against some Big 12 and other top school competition as the Wildcat men's and women's track and field teams head over to the Star in Frisco. For Coach Lance Bingham, I'm Grant Boone for ACUSports.com.